Hey, hello there, and a very, very good evening. You are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show here on Ideal World. And what a show we've got. Some amazing deals. I'm a little bit worried because Justin is back. He's in one of those moods. No, seriously. I don't know what's wrong with it. Oh, no, you've been doing something funny with your legs. What have you...
I haven't been doing anything funny with my legs. I haven't at all. I haven't at all. But I tell you what I am excited about.
Yeah, honestly, he's been doing some strange dance moves.
I am very excited because not only have we got a fantastic deal to kick off with MSC, we've got 3 cruises that are going from Southampton.
Yes.
So if you don't like to fly, or if you can't fly, or if you like to take loads of luggage, then you can do. Because the only trouble is, you know, sometimes you pack and you think, oh, weight restrictions, I can't put those heels in.
That's what he's been doing.
You can't put those heels in? Well, I'll tell you now, you'll want to bring your heels.
And why would you want to bring your heels, just
Well, because ex-Pussycat doll, Kimberly Wyatt, is going to be on one of our cruises. Only just been announced just before the weekend, and one of the dates is nearly sold out as well.
And you can actually join her for a dance class, can't you?
You certainly can, and well, more will be revealed because Michaela's going to be joining us on the sofa.
Yeah, with Royal Caribbean, of course.
From Royal Caribbean.
We've also got we've got an amazing cruise with Marella, haven't we?
Yeah, one from Celebrity, because you're actually going to be on Celebrity next week.
Yeah, I'm not with you next week because I'm on the edge, the Celebrity Edge.
You're always on the edge.
Right. But seriously, I'm really excited. I'm going to get to experience the Celebrity Edge next week with Ruth. But we have got a brilliant celebrity deal on tonight as well, haven't we? Yeah,
and well, let's just say it's more than a cruise. If you want to stay in multiple locations, I mean, it is literally, when you go, that's like a jet set lifestyle, just to use a phrase there. And also new technology from Princess. That's all going to be coming up. And, well, we've got a little something special at the end, but if you want 6-star luxury, wait until the end to find out more. That's all I'm going to say.
And something that I'm going to mention, we have got a sneak preview of a two-year river cruise. We're doing river cruises starting in 2020. All the ships are being built right now, and we've got a date and a price that is incredible for that. So, yeah, got a great show, haven't we?
There we go.
Right.
Are you going to do the leg thing now?
I don't think I can. I'm 10 years older than Justin.
All you have to do, it's that.
No, if I go that well, crack the TV screen.
Don't you wish you could move your legs like me?
I do.
Don't you?
Mine are older, look. They're all...
Anyway, let's get on.
We're going to start. We've got... Now, it's been a long, long time. I mean, this show's been running 11 years now. Look at the price on the screen. That's like rolling the prices back to 2009, isn't it?
When you break this down, it works out at £58 per person per night.
Wow.
58.
Wow.
And that's for a fantastic ship, great entertainment, a brilliant itinerary as well, classic ports.
God, I'm still looking at that price.
I thought you were just shocked by my legs.
That as well. Anyway, let's take a mod with MSC and just give you a taster. Now, when we talk about MSC, we think of beautiful, opulent ships with everything. I mean, just have a little look at this.
Yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. When you look at the atriums, you look at the Swarovski crystal staircases and just the opulence that you got there. There's the Swarovski crystal that you can see. It is just a great Mediterranean feel, plenty of open deck space, and particularly one of my favourite things about MSC, apart from the technology, is also the yacht club. Think private members club. You've actually got an exclusive area, the top sail lounge, and you've got the one pool deck that you just saw there. You've got all those fantastic spa facilities as well, and just superb. I mean, the yacht club offers more: 24-hour butler service, Egyptian cotton sheets, memory foam mattresses, and a pillow menu. You've got a choice of pillows. So, you know, definitely, if you want to go for the yacht club, please do ask your cruise specialist when you call.
But just looking at the other facilities, you know, whatever age you are, whatever your interest, there is something on board this ship. These really are floating resorts, aren't they?
Yeah, well, you've got 3 main restaurants, 2 speciality restaurants, 21 bars, casinos, swimming pools, infinity pools. There's 12 whirlpools as well.
And how many bars did you say?
21.
That's pretty good, isn't it? On a 7-night cruise. But the ships are amazing. And when you think you're going to be on board for 7 nights, and the price there, under £400, I think you said £58 per person per night. And what I love about cruising, I love the destinations, but I do love life on board the ship. You know, the brilliant entertainment, for example.
It's a resort in itself. Isn't it? Just look at the cabins that you've got there. I do need to point out that this is for October 2020. You can book this for as little as £1 deposit. Terms and conditions apply. So again, just ask your cruise specialist when you call tonight.
So I'm just looking at some of the other even the balconies.
When you see the price down there, it is brilliant.
And actually, we're going to some places that I haven't even cruised to yet. Well, I've been to. First of all, we cruise out of Southampton. I've done that many times.
Yeah.
So as we said, as much luggage as you like. It's very easy. We're making our way to the port of Zeebrugge, which I have been to. For Bruges.
Yeah.
But Zeebrugge's nice as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Brugge's the time, but Bruges is 7 miles away.
I know.
So just hop on a coach in there. I was actually talking about this today with a friend of mine, and we were actually planning on a work trip to stop in Bruges because it's so beautiful. You've got the market and the Belfort there, which is the central market, which dates back to the 15th century. You can actually climb up one of the bell towers. I think it's about 366 steps. Not that I've actually looked into it, but there's wonderful views. Really, really wonderful views. And also there's 125 breweries. There's plenty of chocolate. You've got to have a waffle. Have a waffle or two. In fact, there's 3 museums. Let me see whether you can guess what the museum is. The Fritz Museum. On Fritz.
Oh, what? No.
Yeah, fries.
Potato museum.
Potato chips. Yeah, Choco Story.
Chocolate.
Chocolate and Lumina Domestica.
That sounds a bit. I don't know the dare.
No, that one's in Copenhagen. No, it's the third. The Lumina Domestica is actually a collection of 6,500 domestic lamps all the way across human history. So there you go, you filthy mind. Anyway, on to Rotterdam, and this is an overnight on board.
No, I haven't been here. I've never been to Rotterdam.
You see, this thing is the largest commercial port in Europe. A lot of it is very modern because of the Second World War. It's heavily bombed. But there's one area, which is Delfshaven, which is almost untouched. And this is one of the most historic waters there. You've got a narrow harbour, more like the sort of canals that you see there in Bruges. Fantastic church there. It's the church the Pilgrim Fathers actually slept in the night before they came to Plymouth and then on to the New World. So, also, just 15 kilometres east of Rotterdam is one of the best places to see the Kinderjik windmills. There's 19 original windmills as well, and depending on time of the year that you're going in October, so probably not, but the Kuchenhof, which is the open parks with all the tulips as well. So they're more sort of in spring between April and May, but still. Then on to Hamburg, Germany's second largest city. It's absolutely stunning. It's one of my favourite places. The actual town hall itself is stunning. They usually have a market there during the winter months. There's 2 lakes as well. There's the inner lake and the outer lake, which are worth a little bit of a cruise. Great for shopping as well. If you like your design sort of elements and your quirky sort of little trinkets, this is the place to go because there's a place called the Stilwerk, which is a complex of shops and studios near the cruise quarter. And of course, you've got the Reeperbahn, you've got all of the Beatles history here as well. So, great fun in Hamburg. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea to enjoy the facilities before you go into Le Havre, which is the port of call for Paris. So, the funny thing is, sometimes, it's on your doorstep. You've been to Singapore, but you haven't been to Paris.
So true, actually.
Yeah, so just, if you want to go and see the Eiffel Tower, classic landmarks there, the Arc de Triomphe, the Champs-Élysées, then it's going to be perfect. Back to Southampton, and that ends a 7-night cruise on a fantastic ship for £58 per person.
And to reserve that price, to lock in that price and to reserve your place on board, you only need, deposits starting from as little as £1. So just to recap what's included on this one with MSC, you are overnight on board in Rotterdam. As Justin said, £58 per person. So that's incredible. I was looking at B&Bs in Pickering, which is so between York and Scarborough, and I was looking at prices far higher than that's for B&B. Family of 4 and £1,195. That's for family of 4, and deposits starting from just £1 per person. And if you'd like to add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester, we can do that for only £95 per person. That's brilliant because that means you'll be staying there the night before. You've got breakfast, parking, and all of your port transfers included. Now, price-wise, all of the prices for these dates are incredible. So we've got dates from May 2020 all the way through to September and October as well. And if you do an upgrade, we've got outsides. They start as little as £449, and balconies as little as £549. You might even want to tempt yourself, or treat yourself, I should say, to a suite. Very tempted by that one now, I've got to say. And even the family of 4 there, under £1,200. That is for family of 4 on some of those dates. But we mentioned we have got a very special cruise coming up with Royal Caribbean, and Michaela is back with us. Hello, you.
Hi.
How long has it been since you've been on
It
sofa?
was about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks.
Yeah, was it too long ago?
Do you know what, I love being here. I love doing it.
Whenever you're here, you always bring us an amazing deal, and we're always really busy. Tonight's cruise, though, with Royal Caribbean is extra special.
That's right, yes. So we have just announced, end of last week, a new partnership that will be on a sailing. There's 3 sailings throughout this summer from Southampton, an Explorer of the Seas, and that's with former Pussycat dog Kimberly Wyatt.
Wow. Now, she's not only is she going to be on board, but you've actually got an opportunity to go to one of her dance classes, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. So Kimberly does a Bring Your Heels dance class concept.
I'm ready.
Yeah. You don't actually need to bring heels, do
no,
you?
You
No,
don't.
you don't. That's
it is
just
open to absolutely everybody.
So even children and families?
Everybody, there's no limit, any age.
Even you,
anybody
Sean?
can join in.
What, even olders like me?
No.
Any age.
No ribbon.
offence.
I've no ribbon. How do you know? No, but anyway, we've actually got a little clip of Kimberly herself, haven't we? So here she is to tell you all.
Hey there, I'm Kimberly Wyatt, most known for being a judge on Got to Dance and a high-kicking pussycat doll. But what you may not know is that I started my dancing career with Royal Caribbean, and I'm delighted to be back on board Explorer of the Seas this summer to host a series of my exclusive Bring Your Heels dance classes. I'll be running a few classes on each sailing to make sure everyone who wants to join in can. The sailings are on the 21st July and the 4th and 18th of August. My classes are a great way to exercise and perfect for any age, from beginners to aficionados. Even better, they're completely free. So grab your kids, your parents, your friends, and your dancing shoes and join me on board. It's going to be a blast.
Wow, what an amazing opportunity, and that's free.
That's complimentary on board, yeah. So it's just adding to. So Bring Your Heels and dancing's all about increasing positivity and really empowering people and helping with confidence. And in that video was actually the UK office that we took part in one of the dance classes, so people that had never done it before, and everybody just loved it and came away with a smile and laughed and really enjoyed it. And
I'd love to do that.
I'd be there.
Good.
Yeah, I would.
I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Glad to hear
I'd
it.
be there with my mum. She loves dancing, though. She really does. And you're never too old, are you?
No, not at all. And it is, yeah, absolutely everybody. We would really encourage everybody to join in.
Now, I know already some of the sailings and the classes are selling out, aren't they?
That's right, yes. We do have this available on 3 dates, one of which is nearly pretty much sold out.
But with the date that we've got, the 18th of August, there is availability, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yeah, and we've got it at a brilliant price as well.
And I was going to say, we know, anyone with a family will know the 18th of August. You know, anyone that, you know, I've got friends that are teachers, and they're like, oh, you know, for me to go on holiday in August is, you know, very expensive. That is an amazing price for,
absolutely.
You know, pretty
13
much
nights.
the most expensive week of the year normally.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, again, with Kimberly and Bring Your Heels being on board, it's really open to family. Like that's what we want to encourage as well, families to go on board, multi-generational families as well. It's
Well, I cruised with my brother, his wife, my niece, and my nephew with Royal Caribbean, and it was brilliant because there was something for everybody.
Well, this is the thing, you know, you've seen Kimberly with quite literally fun. That ship has got, and it's going to be in, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's in Studio B, which is the ice rink. So the facilities are fantastic, plenty of space that everybody can join in, and it's across the 2 days, so everybody does get chance. Just what a great ship, what a great opportunity. And you're also going to some pretty good ports.
Yeah, well, that brings us to the ports very nicely, doesn't it? Yeah. So we are. First of all, we are cruising in out Southampton. That means as much luggage as you like, and it also means that your holiday starts straight away with no flying, no fuss, nice and relaxing. And you've actually got a few days at sea, haven't you?
Yeah, but of course, it's just that journey down. If you are coming from up north, if you don't want to break the journey up, there is an opportunity to book the holiday in for the night before you embark in Southampton, so it's going to be perfect. But Gibraltar, it was actually my first ever port of call, Gibraltar. I felt at home when I saw the red phone box and the bobby with the hat on. But great for you, duty free. Just check all of your limits on there. Go up the top of the rock. Don't feed the monkeys. I know they're apes, but don't feed them. Here's a picture.
See, they were fine with me. I think,
were they?
Yeah, I think they just thought I was one of them. So they, you know.
Was that before or before?
No, that was once I got the beard.
Yeah, I was going to say. But there's some great historic stuff that you can do there as well. But it's just a great way to ease your way in, because the next port are called Classic Port of Alicante. Now here, there's plenty of history to see and do, but I think a little bit of retail therapy is needed. So you've got all of your modern big brand names, but this particular region really well known for wicker baskets, bags, and woven rugs. And there's a particular artefact called the Bottijo, which is a jug typically used for drinking local wines and sort of sangria. So just imagine bringing one of those back and then having that for your barbecue.
Oh, very nice, yeah.
So just go and get one of those. Now, the next port of call, really rare. I only ever did this a couple of times in 6 years at sea, and I think even Michaela grew me at Ibiza.
Yeah, we hardly ever have this port on the show.
No, yeah.
Have either of you been to Ibiza?
Yeah.
Have you? No?
No, I haven't.
No, are you sure?
Michaela, she's going, a long time ago for me.
Long time ago, forget the Facebook pictures. But no, it is known. It's known as a party island, correct?
Yeah.
It is, but
in the daytime,
it's
beautiful
the opposite,
cobbled streets, this fantastic beaches, and also some great restaurants as well too. Alfredo's and Cafe Sydney. So Cafe Sydney's got some really panoramic views, and Alfredo's is well, it's just Spanish paella and rice dishes. So just do a little bit of people watching. I love that. I'll tell you about that in Portofino a little bit later on. Then we're off to Barcelona. We're actually travelling out there tomorrow. I love this Spanish port. It's just so rich. Great bars and restaurants. This is the artificial beach which was introduced after the Olympics. You've got all of the Gaudi structures there, the Sagrada Familia, which is still not finished. Still not finished. I think it's about 200 years, but they'll get there eventually. You've got the new camp as well. You've got Ramblas that you've got to go up. And definitely try out a few of the restaurants. A couple of tips. You've got Cowpack, Cerveceria Catalunya, and if you really want to push the boat out, excuse the pun, then you've got to go to Boca Chica and Boca Grande. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, then we're off to Provence, we're off to Marseille, and this is historically quite a naval port. Lovely little harbour itself, and straight away as you actually cruise in, I mean, apart from these lovely sort of just crystalline blue waters, just past the harbour you've actually got the fortress, which they believe the Count of Monte Cristo was actually held. But there's plenty to see and do. A little bit further afield, if you want to go to Avignon or you want to go to the Pont de Gard Bridge, then you can do. Again, we can book tours, so just make sure you ask when you book.
Now, we've then got a couple of days to see. What kind of thing, I'm just thinking, you know, we're on this beautiful ship that explores the seas for a couple of days. What kind of things would we do on those days?
We've also got some of kind of the Royal Caribbean traditional features such as Flowrider, so the surfing simulator. We have the rock climbing wall, of course. We've got the ice rink, as we mentioned earlier, to go and take your ice skating lessons. Or just ice
now, they just showed a picture of a pub, presuming I'd be there. And
Crown and Kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in there.
But, but you know, I actually love sea days with Royal Caribbean because there is so much. I love Johnny Rockets.
Yes, yes, me too. But there is so much to do. We have the Royal Promenade, which is full of nightlife in the evenings, but through the day it's somewhere.
You're missing the big thing here, guys.
What?
Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Oh, yeah. And your shows are some of the best I've ever seen.
Thank you very much. Yes, they are. And they also, of course, we have the theatre, we have the entertainment that we have on board. We have the ice rink, professional ice shows. We have the shows in the theatre, the main theatre.
And honestly, those ice shows are spectacular.
Yes, they are.
Fantastic
they do not
facilities.
hold back at all, do they?
So we've got this year, you couple of days at sea. Then is it Lisbon?
Yes, we're off to Portugal. Great. Again, retail therapy. There's some great cafes and restaurants. You can have a little bit of a stroll along. You've got the 25th of April Bridge there. You've got the Monument of Discoveries, the Belém Tower. You can go on the tram rides as well. So plenty to see and do there. Then we're off to France. We're off to Cherbourg. Now this, I never got a chance to go in here. I'd like to go here. This is something a little bit different. Yeah. So obviously you've got the St Michael's Mount there. You've got the Bay of Tapestry as well that you can go and see if you want to go and do some of the historical stuff from World War II. Obviously with Operation Overlord, you've got the American Cemetery here, Omaha Beach. So a lot of people like to go and do that, whether it's relatives or whether it's you just want to look into the past. And that sort of wraps up a fantastic package that you've got. Such a great ship with such great facilities. I mean, all of those facilities, all that fun. If only you had an international celebrity that may have been from the Pussycat Dolls to do a dance class. We've got it. There you go.
Now, this one is selling very, very fast. So do book tonight if you can. So yes. You've got an opportunity, and this is complimentary, of doing that fabulous dance class with, of course, Kimberly Wyatt there on board. I believe there are several dance classes over a couple of days,
so we want everybody that wants to do it, we want to be able to give them the chance to do it. So we will, of course, depending on sign-up, which I imagine is going to be hugely popular on board, but we will look to do up to 4 classes for the days that
as we mentioned, 18th of August, so if you've got a family or an extended family, a family of 4 can cruise together from just 5,235. Remember, this is a virtually 2-week cruise as well. No flying whatsoever. That means bring as much luggage as you wish. And you can also, as just to mention, add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester from only £95 per person. You're going to get breakfast, parking for 2 weeks, and port transfers as well. But Kelly, we always love you being with us on the show. We really do.
Thank you. I really enjoy my time here.
And I've said this before, but Royal Caribbean were my very first cruise, and they started me cruising. You know, I had such a great time, and I've cruised with Royal Caribbean, I think 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. So
good.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me. Absolutely.
But we're going to move on now to celebrity cruises, and we've got, well, this is your opportunity to see a lot of the world. You're going to see Singapore, you're going to see Australia, and you're going to spend some time in Dubai. So, you know, it's a big trip, this one, at an amazing price. But we're going to start off with Singapore. We fly over there, and you've got 2 nights in a 5-star hotel. We were going to include the Gardens by the Bay tour as well. Now, I've only been to Singapore. I felt a bit gutted because I was on a cruise, but I was only there 1 day, and it wasn't enough.
No. Do you know what?
At least you get 2 nights with this one.
I was going to say 2 nights is not enough.
No.
Singapore's brilliant.
By the way, I'm sure we could extend that just as Planet if you wanted a longer stay, but we do at least get 2 days and 2 nights.
Yeah, and to be fair, actually walking down by the harbour side there and seeing the Merline, going around the Gardens by the Bay, whether it's in the daytime or the night time, heading down to Marina Bay Sands. You know, I mean, just the actual building of Marina Bay Sands, the 3 skyscrapers and then that structure across the top, it's based on a cruise ship. And it's got one of the largest cantilever structures in the world. There you go.
So I never got the opportunity to go there.
Raffles Hotel, you've got to go for a Singapore sling, you've got to go to Morton's Steakhouse in the Mandarin Oriental rooftop bar. I go and see my friend Felix. Tell him I miss him. I won't see him for a couple of years now.
So you will have a wonderful time. And I've got to say, it is the cleenest city that I've ever been to.
Yeah, and great service as well.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I actually was talking to somebody from a very well-known hotel chain, and I said to them about their hotel, I said, that was the best service I've ever received. And, you know, it does make a difference.
But, well, the service will continue to be outstanding because you're going to be on board the Celebrity Eclipse for 14 nights. And as many of you know, I've cruised with Celebrity. I've been very lucky about 8 times now. And they are one of my absolute favourites. And this is all about modern luxury. Yes, that is real grass. I still don't know when they cut it, but it is always immaculate.
Never seen it cut it with scissors.
I've never seen it be cut, but it's always immaculate. But, you know, you can see a unique spaces, beautiful restaurants. Everything is 5-star modern luxury at its finest. And you have actually got your first 4 days at sea, so it's a great opportunity to really make the most of this exquisite ship. Just looking at the main dining room there, which is immaculate, a huge choice of wines and drinks.
There's over 500 different wines on board.
Wow.
Over 500. It's one of the best wine collections, if not the best wine collection at sea.
Cuisine there, one of the speciality restaurants where everything is ordered on an iPad. It's really quirky, really wonderful. And the shows are really cutting edge with Celebrity. They invest an awful lot of money in their shows. But one of my favourite bars, the Martini Bar there.
Yeah, and you like to travel aqua class, don't you?
If I can. Not always, Justin, not always, you know, but yeah, if I can.
The difference with aqua class is actually located near the Persian Garden, so you get that access to the steam rooms and all of the wonderful spa amenities there as well, and you get the cafe as well.
You get the Blue Restaurant.
Yeah, which is the clean, healthy living. I mean...
And I've got to say, the aqua class price on this one is actually really good. Really good. So worth upgrading time. But it's a trip of a lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 days at sea, and then you go into an historic port of Darwin. And it was named after Charles Darwin and the HMS Beagle voyage. So there's plenty of history to see and do here, and it's just a great way to introduce you to Australia. Just a wonderful, wonderful country. And let's just say you've got a further 2 days at sea before your next big port of call of Cairns. Now, this is overnight on board. This is where you start to get the Great Barrier Reef. Now, it's actually one of the 7 wonders of the natural world, and it's got one of the largest reef systems as well. There's the wet tropics rainforest as well. There's the Aboriginal Park. You've got the Esplanade and Lagoon, and there's plenty of water sports. And when I say water sports, if you just want to paddle, if you just want to go snorkeling, perfect, but there's plenty more there. Then we're off to Arley Beach, and this is the Great Barrier Reef outer reef. So this is going to a whole different style in a whole different area. It's actually half the size of Texas. half the size of Texas. I kid you not.
Oh, my word.
It can be seen from outer space.
I had no idea it was that big.
And it boasts 2,900 individual reefs, 600 continental islands and 300 coral keys. There you go. There's some great river cruises that you can go on here, and crocodile cruises as well, so if you fancy seeing some wildlife. They call them salties over there. My best friend's fiance has been trying to teach you a little bit of Australian slang. There's the coffee plantation as well, and of course, I mean, the coffee industry in the Whitsunday Islands is just absolutely massive over there, so fantastic. Then you've got 2 relaxing days at sea, and they're off to Newcastle, and I'm talking Newcastle, New South Wales. Now, it's actually, it's the 2nd largest city after Sydney, and it dates back to well past the 19th century when the steamships used to carry coal from Sydney, and many of the coal miners actually migrated out of there. So all of the links that we have with the UK and some of the convicts that went out of there, a lot of British sort of names ended up emigrating, and Newcastle was one of them. There you go. This is actually the gateway. You like your wines, don't you? It's the Hunter Valley.
Yeah, the odd glass.
So yeah, Hunter Valley Vineyards. You've got Honeysuckle Wharf as well, which is a lively promenade of waterside bars, restaurants. Derby Street in Cookstill is becoming sort of the hip and trendy place as well. And then the biggie, the one that I absolutely love, Sydney.
And this is where we actually disembark, but you will stay here for 2 nights.
Yeah, but this is not the end. This is not the end of the cruise.
No.
This is before you have 2 nights in Dubai. But let's first of all talk about Sydney.
What an amazing place.
What did you think? What was your highlights? Sky Tower? St James Park? Or was it the Rusty Hangar?
I'd say the Opera House.
Opera House.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, most cruise ships, you can actually see whether it's lit there to the left-hand side, all the lights, most of the cruise ships actually dock there, so you're right under, you're opposite, in fact, no, sorry, that's the opposite side of the bay. You're opposite the Opera House, usually.
And that is, honestly, when you get off your cruise ship and you're faced with the Opera House, it is magical.
Yeah.
The history was amazing.
Did you climb the bridge?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
The funny thing, I was at the top of that bridge. Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can. If you can't, no, I did, and
do you know, I was kind of, I don't know, I was a bit sceptical about doing it, but I loved it.
Well, the funny thing was, I was at the top of the bridge, and I got chatting to the guide, and I was saying about the safety harnessing systems, which is probably not the thing to do when you're at the top of the bridge, and found out that particular year, the actual safety systems were manufactured in a town that's just spitting distance from where I was born. Couldn't believe it. In fact, my best friend did his work experience there. So I was like, I'm on the other side of the planet, and I'm not even, a mile from home. Anyway.
But, it's an amazing experience. So you've had your 2 nights there, 4-star hotel. But the journey continues. We fly you to Dubai.
Or not Dubai. You can go to Bali if you want. So there is an option. The deal that we're featuring now, you can go to Dubai. I mean, you can go to the Burj Al Arab and the Burj Khalifa, as you can see there, and see the water show, the Mall of the Emirates, Palm Island, go and see Atlantis. Go down to Jumeirah Beach. Jumeirah Beach is just fantastic. It's so well done. But there is an option on here that you can have a stay in Bali. Yeah. As well. So if you want to talk about flexibility, fly to Singapore and have a couple of nights in Singapore, a fantastic cruise on modern luxury cruise ship like Celebrity, and then finish it off with a couple of nights stay in Sydney, and then where should we go? Should we go to Dubai? Should we go to Bali?
I mean, that is a trip of a lifetime.
That's jet set.
Yeah, it really is. And when you look at the price, under £2,900 as well. And that, when you see how much of the world you've travelled in one holiday.
Yeah. Okay. Let me break it down for you. That's £132 per person per night. When you look at £3,000, okay, per person, you go, okay, £132 per night per person.
Bear in mind, that's 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that's just your stays and your flights.
And everything about this is luxury, of course. Yeah. So just to give you the heads up of what's included on this one, it's amazing, actually. That 2-night stay in a 5-star hotel in Singapore and Dubai. Those hotels will be amazing, as you can imagine. Also, a 2-night stay in Sydney. You're going to get the Garden by the Bay and Opera House tours included, all your return flights. And as just mentioned, if you want to switch the Dubai stay for a 4-night Bali stay, you can do that from just £199 per person. Just call for details. I mean, I know when it's a big trip like that, the best thing you can do is give us a call, and our cruise experts can talk you through. The Aqua Class stay, we did see the price of that. That's just $3,799, which is that is an excellent upgrade for Aqua. Yeah. So again, we'll talk you through. And as I mentioned, I will not be on the show next week.
Why not?
I've got a really good excuse. I'm on board the Edge, Celebrity Edge. Yeah, only for 2 nights, just to try it all out. So, yes, with Ruth. So I will let you know, but I'm very excited about it.
Try one of the 500 wines.
Yeah, just one. Now, I recently cruised with TUI, as you know, and they're now launching their river cruises, and they're selling so quickly. Look at this one. So I'm a big fan of TUI now, and this is under £1,000. And I'm looking at the itinerary. This is one of the most popular itineraries ever on a river cruise, isn't it?
Well, I was going to say,
the best one, isn't it?
Budapest, beautiful place. Vienna, fantastic. It's a highlight for many people that want to travel to Vienna. But look at what's included: your tips, you get drinks and meals, and £120 per person excursion credits. That's included as well.
Wow.
That's phenomenal. It's a great deal. Get them while they're there.
Now, the ships are just being built right now, aren't they?
Yep.
They launch next year. They are already selling very, very quickly. The date there is the 30th of March. And the ID number, jot this down now if you can, it's 213193. But bear in mind, you're going to get all your drinks with meals. You've got tips included. As Justin said, you've got that excursion credit. And the deposit tonight starts at just £125 per person. All your return flights based on London there, but the most amazing itinerary. What I love about TUI as well is that they always have regional flights as well, you know. So, yeah, flying with them for your river cruise is going to be so easy. But that one, yeah, I'm very excited about that. So, yes, give us a call because they are selling really quickly. Right. Memories are flooding back. Because last month I was on a Marella cruise, first one ever. I loved it. And Glenn, actually, our lovely Glenn, he cruises more than me, you know that, don't you?
Does he?
Oh, he does, yeah. He's always on a cruise. But he's on a Marella cruise right now with the family, yeah.
But there you go, and it's great for families, you know, the facilities. If you recognise the silhouette of this ship, then you might recognise the funnel and some of the... yeah, exactly. What they've done is they've brought some of the older ships in some of the fleets. And when I say revitalised them, look at this ship. It is just superb. The facilities that you've got on board, the entertainment has always been good with Thompson or now Marella. And, you know, this is only going to get better with the Explorer.
I can honestly say it was one of the best cruises I've ever done with Marella, and one of the best value ever. You know what I do love those 2 words, all-inclusive, and Marella cruises are now all-inclusive, aren't they? Every cruise. But it was such a friendly atmosphere. The staff were amazing.
And nice-sized ships as well.
Nice-sized ships.
Just under 2,000 passengers. So that, you know, for those of you that don't like a lot of people, if you don't like, you know, too large a ship, I know it looks quite expansive, but that's how much you can fit into a fantastically designed cruise ship.
And I can honestly say I love West End shows and Broadway shows. The entertainment, and Marella get numerous awards for their entertainment, some of the best I've ever seen at sea. So, I'm a big fan of Marella. I've just booked another cruise with them as it happens, and it is, for me, just incredible value. You know, you see that price for all-inclusive and all these great facilities. And very friendly. Everyone was having a good time, you know?
Yeah, but again, also, a lot of people think of, you know, certainly Thompson, you know, is that you remember your family holidays from back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
But they've partnered with Champneys as their spa. It's the first Champneys spa at sea. And, you know, that gives you some sort of an idea of the quality that you get at a good value price. You know, don't forget, we've got 6-star luxury coming up later on, but then that's a 6-star price. But all cruising, you get a great level of service. It just depends on what you want. And if you want friendly atmosphere, then you can't go wrong with this.
And we've got, what I love, and you'll see them a little bit later on, but we've got a really great selection of dates. Also, you know, I love the fact that I could choose a flight near me. You know, quite often, you know, some of us don't want to always fly from London. Although we've got, you know, the lead date based on London flight, with Marella, you can get a choice of a huge amount of flights right the way across the country. You know, just for a supplement. But you know, we went with friends and we flew from near us because Birmingham was our nearest airport. But our friends flew from Doncaster. You know.
No.
So yeah. Anyway. I won't bore you with my flight details.
He's got his holiday photos coming up a little bit later on.
No.
Slide 1. Anyway, let's go on a cruise.
Yeah, let's go on a cruise.
Let's head out to the Canaries.
Let's have some fun with Marella.
Let's start out with the Isla Bonita, or Bonita Verde, which is the beautiful green island of Santa Cruz de la Palma. And it is quite literally that. It's absolutely stunning. Glass blowing is a popular trinket market over there, and just a lovely way to start. Then we're off to Madeira, one of my favourite Canarian ports. I love it. I absolutely love Madeira. Apart from, I know the wicker basket we always talk about.
I did it last time.
I know,
you,
this is great fun though. They have, they still got the tethered air balloon that you can go up in.
Oh, well, no,
I did that years ago. But fantastic restaurants. There's some good hotels and facilities as well. But the flower market is a very popular one. So you got your Birds of Paradise, Madeira cake, and of course Madeira wine. One of the best ones has got to be Blandy's. They've got a lovely little retail area where you can buy a bottle of Blandy's Madeira wine, but which has actually got the year. So if you're born in 1980, or if you've got a big anniversary or something like that, then you could buy that year and celebrate it.
Would they have a bottle with 1968 in it for me? Would they?
Well, it would be a classic. It would be a vintage. It would be a vintage. But sometimes things get better with age.
I'll take that as a compliment. Anyway. So from Madeira, we've got a day at sea, haven't we?
Yeah, and then Agadir. And we're going to a small fishing village. Now, Agadir is a beautiful, beautiful port, and it's developed through the years. You can see that she's got that lovely feel, Moroccan, so you've got all of the souks, great beaches, great water sports there as well. And also there's a great historical tour. If you want to go to the Casbah, then you can go to one of the fortresses there. Then we're off to Lanzarote. Again, I say about family holidays and great memories. Lanzarote is just one of those great islands. You've got the national park there, which is really the jewel in sort of Lanzarote's crown, and just fantastic landscapes. I mean, it looks like something out of this world. Great beaches. And if you like Cesar Manrique, if you've never heard of him, when you go to Lanzarote, you will soon find out about him. That last image there of the wonderful underground lake, again, I've had this on a recommendation. Definitely worth going there. There's a lovely little restaurant down the other end. Anyway, we're off to Tenerife now. It depends what you want to do in Tenerife. If you want to do some retail therapy, then it's great for shopping. You've got all of the strips, which is just a stone's throw from the actual port itself. Or you can head into the actual centre of the island. You go to the Orotava Valley as well. Stop off at some of the viewpoints up there. Some stunning botanical gardens. There's also vineyards and banana plantations and those fantastic volcanic beaches as well.
Then back to Las Palmas and, of course, your flight home. Seriously, I can see why. Whenever just I've spoken to viewers, Marella gets such a great, just a great amount of positive feedback. They've got many loyal customers. They offer exceptional value, great food, really friendly service. And this is one of their newest acquisitions, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, the facilities that are on board here are really progressing. Marella as a brand.
So I'm a big fan, and I love the fact that you know what you're paying. You're paying the price on the screen, and that's all your tips, and it's all your drinks, because it's all inclusive. I've been very good this show, you've noticed. It's the first time I've really gone on about all inclusive, so I will do it with Marella. You can upgrade. I know I upgraded to the premium package for, I think it's just £50 more, and, but the package you get is still really, really good. Return flights, they are based on London Gatwick, but as I mentioned, with Marella, you've got a huge amount of regional flights available just for supplements, so just call and we can give you some details. And if you'd like to extend your holiday by adding on a few nights post-cruise, then just call for details as well. Now, price-wise, we've got a great selection of dates. And when I think of the UK, November to kind of March, even April, the weather can be pretty bad here. And when you go over the Canaries, you're pretty much guaranteed great sunshine, aren't you? Yeah. So if you want some winter sun, great cruise to choose. And we've got great prices. I'm just getting even the balcony prices there. If you look at the 14th of December, $919 for balcony. And the suites
I was just going to say, without being rude, look at the prices there. Yeah, from £1,200 there in November. And that is...
amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, they always, whenever Marella are on the show, they do sell very, very quickly. Now, we're talking about... with Kat, she's our executive producer for the show, and she recently went on board the Crown Princess, which is featuring next.
Yeah. And she's some of the technology. She would tell
us about this new technology, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of cruise lines are starting. I mean, I think a lot of hotel chains, we've got to move with the times. Our phones are sort of, that's our world. When you're at sea, you want to be able to relax.
Yes.
So a wearable piece of technology really does help. And what they have is the Ocean Medallion. So think of a medallion or a wristband, and this will allow you to open your cabin doors. It'll allow you to book treatments, to pay at the bar.
Really?
You can also, especially if you've got families, you can see where people are.
God.
So, you know, it's perfect. Really useful technology.
And I'm right in saying this connects to the Princess app as well, presumably.
Yes. Yeah. And this is something that's going to be rolled out throughout the actual fleet itself, and it just shows how the cruise industry is changing. And what, you know, Princess, one of the most recognisable names out there. It was very familiar with me. I spent 6 years with P&O, and Princess was very much the American side of the market. So the ships are fantastic. The Gran class as well, with Skywalker's nightclub up here. It really is phenomenal.
Well, again, I have cruised with Princess a few times, and yeah, amazing. Anyway, we are going to take you on board with the lovely Jade.
Regardless of which Princess Cruises ship you get on, you'll find yourself with a host of dining, entertainment and relaxation options to suit your needs. Whether you prefer the traditions of set-time dining or you prefer to pick when, where and who you eat with, the option is yours on board a Princess ship. Princess Cruises have always taken speciality dining to the next level, from the sumptuous steaks in the Crown Grill through to the incredible Italian flavours of Sabatinis. The first of two new offerings is Steamer's Seafood, where you can feast on amazing shellfish, all accompanied by generous sides and dipping sauces. The second new taste sensation is Planks, serving up American-style barbecue options on planks, loaded with 4 meats, chili, coleslaw and fries, and some really incredible looking desserts. Princess Cruises love looking after the whole family during your cruise. Camp Discovery offers 3 different age categories and areas, all themed in collaboration with the Discovery Channel. Children aged 3 to 17 will have everything they need to keep them amused for hours at a time. Whichever Princess Cruises ship you go on, you are sure to find something entertaining happening. From the street performers in the Piazza through to the full Broadway-style productions in the Princess Theatre. But this is Princess, so we can't talk about entertainment without mentioning the movies under the stars up here on deck. Whichever stateroom you pick, you'll get comfortable beds, a flat-screen TV, mini bar and bathroom with shower. If you're looking for a bit of extra outside space, then an upgrade to a balcony is a must. For that touch of luxury though, suites are the perfect option, offering you extra space and amenities in your room and complimentary access to the Lotus Spa thermal suite, amongst other exclusive benefits.
Now, we were hearing earlier from Kat that's just been on board that Princess have been voted by Cruise Critic to have the best beds at sea. They even employed a sleep doctor, didn't they, for all the mattresses. And, do you love pizza, Justin? I bet you do. Oh, we all love pizza. Are you not bothered?
Just a slice or two.
Oh, I love it. Because they're also voted to have the best pizza at sea.
They've got thin and crispy base.
Oh, I'm sure they've got everything.
Got to be thin and crispy.
Yeah. But anyway, there you go. Best pizza, best beds. What more could you want? But there is so much more about a Princess Cruise. Yeah, but sleep is so important on a cruise, isn't it?
I thought you were going to say pizza's so important on a cruise. It is at the end of the night when it's a midnight buffet.
At 2 in the
morning.
That
last bit of pizza, there'll be a fight. You're like, whoa, I don't care if there's no pepperoni on it, I'll just have a margarita.
But the best beds, that is important, isn't it? To get a great night's sleep every night. But anyway, we're cruising out of Southampton, aren't we, on this one again?
Yes.
So as much luggage as you like, it makes it so easy. The first day at sea to explore the beautiful Crown Princess. And where's our first port then, Justin?
Kristiansand.
Kristiansand.
Yeah, the traditional fisherman's street, which is a beautiful area. There's actually an opportunity to walk through there. And there's actually a tour that you can do on that. So if you do want to do that, make sure you inquire about that when you book. There's some great museums there. There's a cannon museum there as well, which is a sort of a homage to historical defence. And there's some lovely churches as well. Then after Copenhagen, this is the city of spires and the Venice of the North. People and bicycles everywhere. The old gaffer boats and the beautiful bright houses. Of course, you can go and see the Little Mermaid. It's actually quite small, and it is worth actually getting a little bit closer, but just don't do what I did. Walk off the ship, try and get a photo, and end up knee-deep in the water.
Did you really?
Yes, yes. I had to go back and get changed. But it was great fun, and I knew it was a story that I could tell now. Now, this is Tivoli Gardens. You're probably thinking, hang on, what's the Chinese pavilion doing in Copenhagen? But this is just one of the fantastic sites. There's a concert hall there. There's the Harmony Pavilion. It's open-air stages. There's the Tivoli Jackpot. There's the Tivoli Festival as well. There's the aquarium. There's the Titanic exhibition. There's the Tivoli Guard Boys as well. It's brilliant. Great fun out. Great fun out.
And then Skagen, isn't it?
We're off to Denmark. We certainly are. Now, this is all about design. It's, again, a very small fishing town with a great maritime history. But if you do like your art, well, there's some fantastic museums there as well. There's the Pakhuset, which is a charming fish restaurant, which is definitely recommended. There's the local fort as well, and the Resistance Museum, and Gran as well, which is a long, narrow sandbar, and you can actually stand in 2 different seas. So it's a little bit of a novelty. Oh. You know, like when you go to the border and you can stand in 2 different states, you've got to go and get your picture down there. So fancy heading off to Oslo now, off to Norway, and this is one of my favourite ports. I just got such great memories here. You can actually wander off, and there's a park here which has got a lot of sculptures, and it's beautiful. Named the Vigeland Sculpture Park. There's 200 life-size sculptures. There you go. Featuring the Angry Boy and the Wheel of Life. So there's 2 to get your teeth
What's
into.
The Angry Boy like?
I don't want to know. But there's the Norwegian Maritime Museum, so if you want to see some Viking ships which dates back to the 9th century, you can go there. Also, artwork. Do you like your artwork?
Yeah.
Yeah? Monet or Manet? Oh. But have you ever heard of the artist Edvard Munch?
Yes.
Yes.
The Screen.
The Screen. Yeah. This is the actual gallery which holds.
I've never seen it. Apparently,
Screen.
it's quite a small picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, just recently there's been something in the news about they think it's something different. It's not actually the person screaming. It's something else. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. The plot thickens. There's conversation on a Tuesday night. But have a relaxing day at sea and then head back to Southampton. But don't forget, this is 3 for free. You either get a bottle of wine, speciality dining experience, or onboard spend.
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's 3 for free?
Yeah, 3 for free.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said
so
all,
so you get all of them. Yeah. So you get all of those. So you get a bottle of wine on board, speciality dining, and onboard spend. Yeah, so you get all of those. We'll say it again. So it's 3 for free. You will get a bottle of wine, a speciality dining experience, and onboard spend as well. Now, this is really good. 3rd and 4th passengers can sail from just £99 per person. That is amazing for family, of course. Deposits on this one start from just £8 per person. And as we mentioned, because we've got 3 cruises tonight from Southampton, you can add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester for only £95 per person, and you get great breakfast, you get your parking paid for the week, and your port transfers as well. 775. We've got some other dates for you. I mean, the 4th of July is a great date, actually. But we also have a date in September, don't we, as well for you. So either the 4th of July or the 19th of September there. Very little in the price, actually, in terms of difference. And as we mentioned, that's a family of 4, 4th of July, from just over £2,000.
Yeah,
it's really
good value.
That's very good, actually. Yeah, excellent. But we have saved a 6-star all-inclusive cruise for the finale of this show, and it's with Crystal, who are incredible. I cruised with them about 4 years ago now, and I mean, this is as high as it gets, isn't it?
This is one of the industry standards where people within the industry want to cruise with Crystal. And look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. You know, this is not the cheapest cruise out there. It's 6-star and it's 6-star price. But what you get is just phenomenal. You've got the Canaria that you saw there as well. But how would you like to dine at Nobu? I mean, it's like straight away, this is the first Nobu restaurant at sea.
And the food was, honestly, it was incredible. Yeah. And this is included, of course, for specialty restaurants, isn't it?
It certainly is. And, well, along with your gratuities, your Wi-Fi as well.
Obviously, it's all fully all-inclusive. The Crystal experience is phenomenal. If it's a special occasion you've got planned, or maybe you've done your 4-star cruises, your 5-star, and you want to go to that next level, it will be an experience of a lifetime. And what I loved, you know, although it is 6-star, it wasn't too formal or anything like that. It was, you know, there was a really nice, relaxed atmosphere. The ships are beautiful as well.
It's almost like a private members club.
Yes.
You know, when you think of a country club, you know, think of that feel. If you don't like, you know, crowds or queues, you don't like the run-of-the-mill cruise experience, this is something that's completely different.
I remember so much space per passenger. As you said, you never queued, there were never crowds. everything was 6-star.
Yeah. Well, with this, I just got to point out that this is exclusive, that if you book this, then you get a free Fortnum & Mason champagne and chocolate package included with this cruise. Fortnum & Mason, it kind of sets the standard, doesn't it? That's the 6-star that you expect.
Well, we're going to fly. Oh God, this is so good itinerary-wise as well. We fly to one of your favourites, Monte Carlo.
Yeah, I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you're there, aren't
you? I'm in the south of France. I mean, come on, this is just, when I say about jet set, you know when you've arrived, when you're going to Cannes as your first port of call. It's
people
the largest.
Watching it is great.
Oh, yeah, people watching. I know, because you go, I wonder whether that's real money or whether it isn't. It's just, I mean, the red carpet, the actual film festival is in May. This is obviously going to be in August, but you do get that wonderful, wonderful feel of glamour. I mean, this is also the Carlton Hotel here is where Grace Kelly first met Prince Rainier. Get my teeth back in. There's a self-guided trail as well, which you can walk. This is nothing that you book, you know, with the cruise. You can actually do this tour, and there's 15 film-themed murals on the sides of buildings as well, and there's one of them. It takes a few hours to walk around, but there's actually one near the bus station which is called Cannes Cinema Magic, and it celebrates 70 years of movie magic with the Lumiere brothers and Fred Astaire and all of the sort of giants of cinema that you can imagine. So it's just absolutely fantastic. And then we're off to Corsica.
Corsica, yeah, lovely place.
I love Corsica as an island. Is it French? Is it Italian? Is it Corsican? It's just that wonderful melting pot.
I've only been there, it was last year actually, on a cruise, as it happens, but I loved it,
Well, what did you like about it? Did you go to the museum? Did you go to the birthplace of Christopher Columbus? I bet you didn't.
No, do you know, I'll be honest, we just wandered for, you know,
looking for a bar.
No, I don't. That's not...
no, the beaches are really good, but the local produce is really good, dried and cured meats. And they love their honeys as well, and particular types of bread. I absolutely love Corsica. I could quite easily just enjoy a lovely chilled glass of rosé, just sitting at a restaurant, just having some dried cured meats.
I just can't believe you said all I spent was time wandering around trying to find a bar. But some lovely, it's a beautiful place, absolutely beautiful. Then it's a chance to visit Florence and Pisa from Livorno, isn't it?
Yeah, but the great thing is this is overnight, and we always talk about Livorno as just purely just a day. But to have a day and a night there, and to go to Florence and go to see the Ponte Vecchio Bridge and take your time, or go to Pisa and see the Leaning Tower and take in that, at least you've got a little bit more wiggle room to do everything and just enjoy it.
If you try and do all of that in a day, it is a bit of a rush. Yeah. And I would highly recommend Luca from Livorno. Place. Have you been?
No, I'm familiar with the name, but I haven't been. But the next port of call, Portofino. Absolutely. I saw it on one of those shows with Jane McDonald, and you know she was going shoe shopping there. But for me, Portofino, it's about people watching. And the thing is, it's so tiny and beautiful. It's the Dolce Vita seaside destination. It is pretty as a paint box, with the pastel houses just on the shoreline there, and then you've got the castle at the top. But there's a restaurant called Puni, and this has just got great atmosphere, brilliant for people watching. And this is where the likes of Beyonce, the likes of Gianni Agnelli, which is the Fiat boss, one of the richest man in modern Italian history, used to dine here. And that, I mean, if you want seafood on the coast of the Ligurian, then this is just going to be perfect for you. Then we're off to Porto Venere. You've got the Castello Doria, which was constructed back in the 16th century, and the villagers actually used to shelter there when there was a storm, so that's perfect. You've got San Lorenzo's church in San Pietro as well, which dates back to the 6th century as well. And then we're on to our final port of call, Piombino, which this is just perfect. Lovely little village, this. One thing that you definitely want to get a snap of is the Gate of San Antonio, and this actually dates back to 1200, and it's one of the oldest monuments in the actual town itself. Beyond the town hall, there's a lovely vista which you can look across the Elbe as well, so if you did want to do a trip across the Elbe, then you can do. But for me, it's all about the old harbour, still used by the fishermen, and there's a lovely fountain here which is based on snakes' heads by a famous artist. It's absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning.
And then back to Rome, then, of course, your flight back to UK. I can honestly say, I still talk about my Crystal Cruise often. The standard is impeccable. And if it is a special occasion, if you're looking for, you know, going a little bit further with your cruising, taking that step up, I could not recommend Crystal highly enough. Everything's included, just to give you an idea here. When I say everything, 6 stars, so that's all your gratuities, your Wi-Fi, the promise of the Crystal confidence guarantee. We will give you tonight, if you book through Planet Cruise, an exclusive free Fortnum and Mason champagne and chocolate gift. You'll also get the complimentary evening of specialty restaurants there. You'll dine in Pragro and at least once in Nobu's, and the food was just incredible.
Peruvian sushi.
Oh, it's just and oh my word, we're saving the biggie for the end. If you book a veranda or above, you can choose between free flights. Now the price on the screen does include your flight, so the cost of those would come off, or you may choose $1,000 onboard spend per stateroom. That is a huge amount. That's $1,000 per stateroom. Return flights based on London there as well. Give us a call, we will talk you through. But yeah, cannot recommend that highly enough. Anyway, we'd better quickly recap. What a show. Something for everyone. We start off with MSC, $399 was that price, remember. You're going to be overnight on board in Rotterdam. It works out under £58 per person per night. That price looks like it belongs to 2009 when we first started the show. That is amazing. And the lead date there, the 14th of October 2020. Then we had Michaela from Royal Caribbean.
Yes, and of course, this is just literally hot off the press. It's just been announced just before the weekend that the Pussycat doll, Kimberly Wyatt, will be on board for 2 days. Some fantastic opportunities to do some dance classes with her on board. Again, leaving from Southampton, so it's a no-fly cruise, and such great value on that one. Just give us a call right now.
Then we had Celebrity, big fan, as you know, 21 nights. You're going to go to the Far East, Singapore. You're going to see Australia, Dubai. You've got 2 nights in Singapore, 5-star hotel, and Dubai, of course, as well. 2 nights in a 4-star hotel in Sydney, Gardens by the Bay, the Opera House tours, return flights, and for an extra $199, you could even choose to stay 4 nights in Bali as well. That was great. Marella was next. Just a lovely email coming. I'll read that in a second about Marella.
We're off to the Canaries, and again, as you mentioned, all inclusive on this one. It's one of the latest acquisitions to the fleet, so fantastic facilities on board, and flights are also available from other UK airports. Supplement supply, so just give us a call.
And then we saw Princess on board, the beautiful, exquisite Crown Princess 775. You choose 3 for free. So you choose, well, you don't choose, you get them all. You get a bottle of wine, you get the dining experience, onboard spend, 3rd and 4th passengers from just £99 per person. Then finally, 6-star with Crystal.
Yeah, I mean, 6-star. It just says it all. It's one of the most luxurious cruise experiences that you'll find at sea. There's an exclusive that if you book tonight, then you get a free Fortnum and Mason champagne and chocolate gift.
Now, we've just had a lovely email come in from, was it Pauline? And Pauline said, oh, yes, here we go. Hi, Sean and Justin. My husband and I, we've just come back from Marella Cruise a couple of hours ago.
Lovely.
Can I take this chance to thank Planet Cruise for their great customer service? We've booked all our cruises through them and have confidence in Planet Cruise, knowing they're there with all the answers for us. I even gave their details to 2 different lots of people on our cruise this week.
Tell them to speak to Glenn.
Can I have some commission, please? Can't promise that, Pauline. Pauline had a great time with Marella as well. Justin, are you here next week?
No, I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Right, we'll both see you in a couple of weeks, but still tune into the show next week. I think it must be Glenn that's back. So thank you. We will see you next week with Planet Cruise.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications. And if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content, like this click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.